Hey guys, Crispy990 here with a review of my CRKT M16-10KZ. It's part of the EDC series, the Everyday Carry series. Has a Zytel handle, not the aluminum handle. Just, lighter weight, a little cheaper. I got this at Walmart for about 20 bucks, and I'm sure it's pretty common within Walmart. But it's a great knife if you're not really familiar with knives, not big into knives, but you need a just regular everyday carry knife that won't cost you much and will do pretty well. This is a pretty good choice. Got the Tanto edge, which is great for certain situations, and the serrations work pretty well too. The handle is pretty well constructed and pretty comfortable. It has a very solid lockup, no blade play. The flipper is very, very nice. Just like my scallion, it sort of serves as a finger guard when it's open, and very good opening mechanism when it's closed. When I got it, I didn't really like the way it opened up. It was a little slow, but I put some of this on it. I had this laying around. It's Eclipse paintball gun oil, and just put some in the hinge, and now it's just smooth as can be. Almost works as well as my Speed Safe knives. The thumb stud works okay. It's a little close to the handle for my tastes, so you gotta really get used to it before you can work it like this. I put a lot of stock into muscle memory, so when I get a new knife, I just flick it constantly. Just keep doing this, all day long for the first few days, and that way, if you're in a situation where you need to react extremely fast, then your hands remember the knife. Now this sounds a little silly, but if you start doing it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I've actually bought this knife twice. I had it about 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, about 2 years ago, and a year and a half ago. Carried it for about, 6 months, give or take, and really, really liked it. Then I got a new knife and stopped carrying it, and then lost it. And then about 2-3 months ago, I stopped carrying the knife I replaced it with, and bought it again because I had lost the previous model. Still pretty much the same thing. It works very well for the price. The AUS 8 stainless steel isn't particularly my favorite, but for 20 bucks, it's great. It's just a great little everyday carry knife. Fits very well in the hand, as I said. I've got pretty large hands, so a 4-inch handle is just great. 4 inches, 4 1/4 is just really, really nice size for people with large hands. You can even open it upside down. Just take your middle finger or ring finger and just pop the flipper. See if I can do this on camera. Okay, there you go. My only real problem with CRKT is the auto locks. They're great if you're like in a tactical situation and you can't have knife close on you. But for everyday carry situations, it's sort of a hassle. It sort of gets in the way. It's no big deal, but it would just be nice if it wasn't there. What I'm talking about is this red button here. It's more of like a switch, and you gotta push that down. Sort of moves, and you gotta push that down in order to engage the liner lock, or disengage the liner lock. Got a pretty thin liner lock, but with the auto locks, it's plenty strong. I've never had it close up on me. It holds together very well. This is my only real just manual knife. I've got a butterfly, 2 assisted openings, and an automatic. So, I have a lot of fun with this, just because it's old school, sort of. Doing certain tricks with it, like if you pop your hand right here, you can sort of, if you do it right, you can open it just like that, which is pretty cool. You know, you just pop it, it opens up a little, and all you need is just a slight open to be able to pop it open with your wrist. You know, I open it generally with the flipper, and then hit the auto locks, then hit the liner, and then use my index finger to hit the thumb stud to bring it home. Or maybe start with index finger and then finish it with the thumb stud with my thumb. But you know, for 20 bucks, it's a great knife. As I said, here's the Carson Design M16-10KZ on the back there. US patent number, etc. I'd really like to get the Special Forces models. I think that would be cool to have. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's essentially a very similar knife, except it's got flippers on both sides. So it becomes sort of a fixed blade. It's got almost like a guard or a hilt on it. And I just think that would be really cool to have. But you know, for 50 bucks, I don't think it's that much worth it. But still, just be kind of neat to have. It's got torque spits on it. Like if you want to take off the pocket clip, you got to have a T6 bit. Now, I actually did that the other day, and it was very, very comfortable. But you know, you generally need a pocket clip. I really like the pocket clip on this. It's sturdy enough, but flexible enough where it can fit in your pocket without sort of causing some wear and tear on your pants. The hinge sort of comes loose. It's a flat head, and if you keep it right, you can, you know, open it like I do and sort of let it close by itself. If you just sort of hold it up like this, engage the lock, it'll bend down for you, and you can just finish it. So it's a real fast knife, pretty decent. The blade steel is not terribly great, and here's a cut test anyway. I messed that one up. I've sharpened this actually. This is not factory sharpness. Here, I've got it right here actually. This is a Chef's Choice manual knife sharpener. You know, you put the coarse, you use the coarse edge here and then the fine edge here. It seems to work pretty well as far as manual sharpeners go. If anybody has a better suggestion or has a manual sharpener that works amazing, let me know. And because I'd really like to get one, just you know, for touch-ups here and there. Generally, for sharpening, at least as I understand it, you go to Bass Pro Shop and they'll sharpen it for you, and with a good knife you have to do that about every 6 months. That's about it. Never really done it before. I haven't been into knives that long. This is probably the knife I've had the longest, except for, you know, when I lost it and had to buy another one. But anyway, it's very comfortable without the pocket clip on it, but it's still pretty comfortable with it nonetheless. The Tonto is very nice, just because it's got a good tip on it, but Tonto knives have one tip and then another that sort of works as a tip too. I was cutting up a lot of paper the other day and used this quite a bit just because it had that second edge on it, and that's very, very handy. Serrations work very well. Usually they're useless on a knife this small, but I sawed a branch that was maybe a centimeter thick, and it worked very well. Very smooth action, as I said, no blade play. Just a good looking knife too, very solid. Just, you know, overall pretty good knife, especially for the money. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, just, you know, let me know, write them down here. And yeah, here's the M16-10KZ from CRKT. I'm Crispy990. Thanks for watching. Peace.